street style.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and the new video. So we've got a bit of a plan for today. This tank has some orange neos in. I need to move those into the house, and the plan for today is to sort of collect up all these snails, catch the guppies, pretty much empty this tank down. I'm still going to reuse the filter because I've got something coming tomorrow that I want to make this tank look nice for. Stick along, we'll do this in stages and we'll see how it goes. First things first, let's remove warm wort. The next thing I want to do is try and remove as many snails as I can. So I didn't actually film this bit, but my thought process, obviously I need to give this a bit of a clean, is to put some soil down the back. I'm still not sure where I'm going to put my sponge filter, probably in the back actually, but I've built a bit of a wall. I've used some smaller stones to sort of block the gaps, and there is some stone behind there. And then I'm gonna fill the front with sand. I've got sand that probably needs washing, or probably could do with washing, but I don't want to wash it because I want to put it in dry so it fills all the gaps, and I'll probably build it sort of back up to that rock. I'm not sure, so this is just dragonstone, and again I probably should have washed the dragonstone, but I'm not too bothered. I'm not 100% what soil I'm going to use at the back there yet, but I'll probably just need like a litre and a half, and I don't want to sort of bring it too high, but I just want a little wall of plants in the background. The sand I'm going to be using is just a basic aquarium sand. I do sell this in, I think they're 5 kilo, but the reason I wanted it dry is, as you can see, I can sort of do what I need to do with it and build it up where I want to build it up, and I'm sort of keen to try and almost block the holes in here. Let's try that for now. So it is dusty, it probably could do with washing, but if I'm a bit careful it will settle. I've opened a new bag, I need to take that out of stock, and do think I've actually already got some open, but so the idea here, and I can get a brush to this if I need to, is just to try and get the sand to a point where it's quite thin. Might need to add a little bit more in here, and I will let it all settle. I've got a paintbrush, I'm just going to sort of paint and dust off some of those rocks. Just while we're doing this, I have put some smaller stones underneath to try and stop the sand going back. You're never going to sort of completely eliminate it, but I'm just trying to sort of get as much off as possible. And I may end up putting, so these are obviously holding as well, but the shrimp will move some of this stuff around. I already told you what's going in there, but the shrimp will move some of this around, so I'm pretty happy with that. And now I have decided on a soil, so I'm going to be using this Terra Active. So this is a plant and shrimp soil, and it gives a slightly higher pH than something like the SL aquasoil, or oh well, I might need both bags. I'm quite surprised at how much space there is behind here, and undoubtedly I'm always going to get some in fact, can I get away with that? I mean, there's enough depth there. It's how much I want to see the soil. That'll probably do actually. So I don't want too much height, I just want something to plant in. So I'll show you guys sort of where that's sat at, and I've lost my little clip that lives up there. So what I've done is I've put that bag in. I think the 2 litre. Yeah, 2 litre bag. And I need to nip out and go and get some plants. And the irony is I can get plants myself, but I only want a couple of plants. I'm going to go and buy some plants. I've put a board on the back, so the board will just give me a black background. And then if we look at that from the front, what you'll have is a sand front, and then this area in the back where my hand is all planted. And I just want easy plants and plants that aren't sort of mad fast growing. Now Blow, I can't remember if Blow gives off ammonia, so I need to test that. I have got some stuff coming tomorrow, so I do need to sort of give that a test and make sure that it doesn't. But we're at that point for now, and all I'm doing here is just adding some accent stones. The idea behind the accent stones is to look as natural as possible, almost like there's a rock wall and bits of it are breaking off and sort of falling down. I've been to a well-known chain pet store and picked up 4 plants. So at the moment, yes, it looks quite nice from the top, but that will grow in and it will sort of give us a nice wall to the left and the right. Probably don't know if it would have been better to put the cryptocorini to the left and have the bacopa up against the filter, but let's see how that grows in. Just fill it up next and away we go. We're all filled up. We are a little bit cloudy still, so hopefully this haze will clear overnight. It's the next day and the tank's cleared really well. It's looking lovely. Still need to sort of perk up a little bit, the plants do, but the water's absolutely crystal clear. And there we have our shrimp for this tank. So these are Neocaridina. They're from my friend John at Surrey Shrimp. So John is on Insta. If you search for Surrey Shrimp, SURREY as in the county, and John has kindly donated these to me for that tank. So we'll get these acclimated. I decided to do a bit of an ammonia check before I put these in, because I wasn't sure if that soil leached any ammonia, and it does. So we're going to have to sort of get another plan for these. And this is what we ended up with. Our plan was to, I'm not a massive fan really of breeder boxes, unless the shrimp that are in there are the ones that are actually going where you want them to go anyway. And just noticed something. So these are the shrimp have gone in here for now. I'm not going to take too much footage because I want you to see them when they're actually in the other tank, but I did put some of the gravel. You've seen them. I did put a touch of the gravel from the old tank in, and straight away a little baby rabbit snail's popped his head up. Final tests, and it's took just over 2 weeks using the DSP, and the filter was sort of partially cycled, and we've got from the right going in, we've got no ammonia, no nitrite, and negligible nitrate. So we'll get those shrimp moved. The plants are growing in quite nicely, and what I'll do is I'll trim them back. So as the stems, such as the bacopa and the hygrophila, start to sort of reach the surface, I'll cut them and sort of pop them back in to give it a bit more density. I'm not too worried about the hygrophila, the Siamensis 3B. It's quite lush as it is, but I'll definitely do the same with the I think it's a bacopa. I'll cut it. It looks a little bit leggy, so I'll cut it, pop it back in, cut it, pop it back in until I get a nice sort of thick bush. And this is one of the benefits of using a hang-on breeder box, because I've literally just moved it off that tank onto this tank, and theoretically they're dripping. So we'll get these sort of acclimated and then we'll move them into the tank, get some footage for you guys.